Hello everyone and welcome back to your own channel Drishti IAS English. My name is Pragya and in today's interesting episode of Polity Primer, we are going to study about a topic that impacts us all. The title of our today's discussion is Curbing Film Piracy. In this discussion, we'll firstly study and understand what is film piracy. Then we are also going to see the measures taken to curb piracy. Then we are also going to see the newly enacted Cinematograph Amendment Act of 2023. Then we are going to see a practice question for a prelims examination and a practice question for your mains examination. So if I talk about the background of our today's topic, the Cinematograph Act. The Cinematograph Act of 1952, which talks about certification of films, okay, has been amended by this 2023 Act, and this has specific provisions regarding curbing film piracy. So this brings us to the important point of our today's discussion, that what do we understand by film piracy? How many of you have watched a film by downloading it on torrent? By currently, if I'm talking about currently, obtaining it via the way of telegram. So this amounts to piracy. So if I talk about film piracy in very simple terms, it means violating the copyrights of original film producer that has actually made the film. Okay, so film piracy refers to the unauthorized copying, distribution or sharing of movies or other cinematic content without the permission of the copyright holder. So understand that whenever a film is being produced, it is run in theaters, and instead of seeing it in theaters, you are downloading it on torrent, you are watching it on telegram. Okay, so all of this amounts to piracy of the film, and this has caused huge amount of losses to the film industry. It typically involves illegal downloading, as I have said, streaming or selling of copyrighted films, causing significant financial losses to the entertainment industry. Okay, so you are causing monetary damage to them because you are not going to theaters for watching the film, and that is why they are saying that yes, there is a need to curb this film piracy that is going on. Moving forward, piracy can occur through various means such as torrent websites. Most famous ones we have all used torrent in our childhood days, in our college days, okay, and now we use telegram. In fact, telegram has now prohibited copyrighted materials, copyrighted films from being distributed on their platform. But yes, if until the telegram actually detects it, the people have already downloaded the movie if someone has put it on telegram. Okay, then there are streaming platforms, physical counterfeit DVDs, or even in theaters through illegal recording. How? Snapchat. All of us use Snapchat, or most of us use Snapchat, right? What we do? We make a video on the Snapchat, we make a video on the Instagram, and we put it on YouTube while watching the film. So this all amounts to piracy of the film, and this is illegal. This is not allowed. Okay, and that is why if you will visit some premium theaters like PVR, etc., and if you are caught, making video of the film, you will be stopped. This practice not only harms the creators and the industry, but also compromises the quality and safety of the content, because by the use of deepfake technology, by the use of AI, you can modify the content of the film and then you can make it viral, and this can cause societal unrest. So to stop all of this, there was a need to curb the film piracy. Moving forward, let us discuss the measures that are taken to curb piracy. Okay, so the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Let me know who is the Minister of Information and Broadcasting in the comment box below. Established an institutional mechanism to check film piracy because it was causing huge losses to the entertainment industry, and it also compromised on the safety and the quality of the content. So what they have done is they have established nodal officers, and these nodal officers are established under the CBFC. Most famous body always remains in the news, that is the Central Board of Film Certification, okay, and the MIB as well. So these nodal officers operate under CBFC and MIB, that is the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, okay. Then the mechanism has been established by amending the Cinematograph Act of 1952 in the year 2023. So this brings us to another important point of our today's discussion, that what is the Cinematograph Act of 2023? What are its salient features? So to curb piracy, the Cinematograph Amendment Act of 2023 was passed, and it amended the Cinematograph Act of 1952, as I have mentioned. It supports the existing laws, that is the Copyright Act of 1957, because all the producers have original copyrights in the creation of their ideas, and that is why the Copyright Act of 1957 also comes into play. And the Information Technology Act of 2000, because of the online distribution of this pirated videos, etc. So it considers both the Copyright Act and the IT Act of 2000, okay. The bill aims to deter piracy of films by imposing strict penalties on individuals involved in unauthorized audio-visual recording and distribution of copyrighted content. So think twice before streaming the film on your Snapchat or Instagram or on your YouTube channel, because under this act there is an imprisonment of 3 months to 3 years, and if caught, a person can also be liable to fine, and the fine can be 5% of the gross earning. So you can be liable for huge fine if you are found to be circulating the audio visuals of the film, and you can also be liable for imprisonment by the newly enacted Cinematograph Act of 2023. Okay, moving forward. It also talks about expansion of copyright coverage. It aims to extend the coverage of the Cinematograph Act of 1952, which was primarily focused on censorship, to now encompass copyright protection. So basically, the Cinematograph Act of 1952 talked about the certification of the films so that they can be tolerable by the Indian society. Under Section 3 of the Cinematograph Act, the CBFC, or the Central Board of Film Certification, was established, but now it also talks about the piracy of the films. This newly acted Amendment Act of Cinematograph Act of 1952, which has amended this act, okay. This move aligns with the evolving landscape of film distribution and aims to safeguard the intellectual property rights of filmmakers and content creators, because it is very important, because India has, talked about intellectual property rights, and it always safeguards the IPR rights of individuals. And so it was very important to have this act enacted, okay. And the main aim was to curb film piracy. Apart from that, to expand the copyright coverage. Moving forward, it also talks about government's limited powers over CBFC. So CBFC will now be an important and independent statutory body. Why it is a statutory body? Because it was established under Section 3 of the Cinematograph Act of 1952. Previously, the government had revision powers over the decisions of CBFC, but now government has no power. The sole decision will be of CBFC, okay. So it emphasizes the autonomy of the Central Board of Film Certification, also known as the CBFC. The government may no longer have revisional powers, as I have mentioned, over the CBFC's decision based on the Supreme Court's judgment in the case of K.M. Shankarappa versus Union of India. which was passed in the year 2000. So finally they have acted on the decision of the Supreme Court, and the government may now not have the revisional powers over the decisions of the CBFC. Now CBFC will be even more powerful and it can take its very own decisions. Moving forward, it also talks about the age ratings. You know about the UA certifications of the CBFC, right? So the amendment bill introduces a new age rating system for films that require adult supervision. The current UA rating, which covers a broad age range, will be split into three distinct categories. The first category is UA 7+, films suitable for children above the age of 7 with parental guidance. Then UA 13+, films suitable for children above the age of 13 with parental guidance, and UA 16+, that are films suitable for children above the age of 16 with parental guidance. And this is in line with the age restriction of IT Act, age restriction of IT rules of 2021, which talks about age restriction on streaming platforms as well. And this has also followed the Shyam-Benegal committee recommendations. Okay, so this is in line with the IT rules of 2021 as per the recommendations of the Shyam-Benegal committee. Moving forward, it also has a dedicated complaint mechanism against the film piracy, because any right is, fruitless without the remedy. Okay, if you are giving us a right, you will also have to provide the remedy if our right is violated. So an original copyright holder or any person authorized by them can file a complaint in case their IPR rights, especially the copyrights rights are violated. Okay. Then for complaints by non-authorized persons, the officer, who is the officer here? The nodal officer, which will be working under the CBFC and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, can hold hearings on a case-to-case basis to decide its genuineness. And after directions from the nodal officer, the intermediaries, those are the digital platform, have to remove internet links hosting pirated content within a period of 48 hours. So these were some of the important salient features of the Cinematograph Amendment Act of 2023, and definitely it has dedicated mechanism to deal with film piracy. In fact, it has also a dedicated complaint mechanism, and it has also made CBFC a more empowered body, a more autonomous body. Okay, so these were the salient features of the Cinematograph Act of 2023. So with this, we come to a conclusion of our today's discussion. We have discussed what is film piracy. Then we have also seen the measures that the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has taken to curb the film piracy. Then we have also seen the newly enacted Cinematograph Amendment Act of 2023, and we have also analyzed its salient features. Now let us see a practice question for your prelims examination. So the question is, consider the following statements. Your statement number 1 is, Cinematograph Amendment Act 2023 cracks down on film piracy. Then your statement number 2 is, the bill lays down a 3-year jail term and a fine up to 5% of a movie's production cost for those making its pirated copies. Which of these statements given above are correct? Your options are, option A is 1 only, option B is 2 only, option C is both 1 and 2, and option D is neither 1 nor 2. Kindly drop your answers in the comment box below. Now let us discuss a practice question for your mains examination. So the question is, critically analyze how Cinematograph Amendment Act 2023 will curb film piracy. So in the introduction, you will write what is film piracy. You will write that yes, films are supposed to be watched in theaters. They are not supposed to be unauthorizedly streamed on torrent or other such platforms. They are not supposed to be unauthorizedly distributed among the public. Okay, you will also write that how does it happen. You will explain. and then you will write the measures to curb the film piracy. You will also talk about the nodal officer, the complaint mechanism, the newly enacted Cinematograph Act of 2023, and you will write that yes, you can conclude holistically that yes, there is a need to curb film piracy because it is causing huge losses to our entertainment industry, and it is also violating the intellectual property rights of the stakeholder involved in the film. So you can conclude very holistically. Okay, and I would also like to take this opportunity to inform you of our special Republic Day discount. We have an ongoing offer of 20 to 50% discount from 21 to 25 January on all online pen drive courses and test series. And to avail the discount, you can click on the link given in the description box. I hope this session was insightful for you. If you have any feedback regarding this session, kindly drop it in the comment box below. If you liked today's discussion and found it to be helpful, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such updates. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.